That was her challenge. Okay, so well, that's there are a lot of things that vetiver grass can do for you, and if you introduce this now to those developments where a lake is under threat of sedimentation, you can use this and many other plants. Just remember the picture that says slow down the flow. That would be effective too. So for as long as you don't introduce pollutants and silt and sediments into the lake is okay.
Any last question? Just another one. I think that's it, Architect Espina. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, there's another one. One last, pahabol.
Hi, Marianne. Hi, my name is Joy Martinez. I'm an architect and an environment planner. And I'm just golf courses. Okay, I'm looking at it from a point of view of a planner where we're so used to looking at, as what Attorney Oposa said yesterday, crisis always equals opportunity. So we looked at these golf courses because I'm involved in a project right now where we are actually harnessing and encouraging the golf course developer to be able to provide water for the barangays. As you said, it's very good because one golf course of 55 hectares or more, or a little more, can provide water for 13 barangays. So to make a win-win situation here, because it is also good, no, and we're in land where, in an area where there is not much land for water to be treated and all that to be supplied to the community around. Golf course has actually taken up the cudgels of collecting all the rainwater, treating the surface water, and be able to provide for their own and for the barangays because they have a lot of excess runoff. If you look at the water tables, the rainwater tables of the Philippines, it's quite high. So I'm just encouraging those who would want to do golf course to also think of the people around, maybe because it's a win-win situation. We are always thinking that golf courses extract too much water for themselves. But if they're able to provide for the others, I'm sure you can work out the solution. Thank you.
You just discussed about the contamination of soil. Please comment on the ANAI control companies now, soil poisoning, introducing pesticides or other chemicals in the soil, so control the ANAI.
It's very kill and Mapecon here, but the use of chemicals for counteracting ANAI has not been proven foolproof because the ANAIs are still around, right? I guess it's bad practice for the Mapecon people to completely obliterate ANAI. So there is a technology, but I might sound like a salesperson. The bait system, okay, to introduce a chemical that is friendly to human beings. It's actually not a pesticide, or it is a food chemical, food to feed the ANAI. So they introduce it into the ground, into the walls, into the parts of the building to attract the ANAIs, not to repel. By attracting the ANAI will feed on this food until they all die. Okay. And I belong to a family of architects, so I acquire a lot of my experience from my father-in-law, Cristobal Espina. And according to him, the one way of controlling ANAI before in their practice was to find the queen. Have you seen the queen ANAI? It's a huge, wriggly worm. And so as soon as the queen is taken, parang to them, that's it. The ANAI will go away. But what they forgot is that the ANAI will just conduct another beauty pageant and select another queen. And then feed the queen. So the objective of this bait system is to target the worker anay, because the worker anay is the one that feeds the queen. When the worker anay will die, nobody feeds the queen and they all get erased. But so there is a technology now that uses that. But if you ask me about natural systems, the neem tree, which unfortunately is an introduced tree, it is a tree from India. I always suggest to plant at least one neem tree in a garden. It is the kind of tree that emits oils into the soil that counters or repels anay. Of course, it is not instantaneous. It will take time, but it does the job. And then more importantly, take note, the neem tree is very, very effective in countering dengue. So we advocate to schools, no? Grade schools, high schools, to get bark and leaves of the neem tree, boil them, brew them, and pour them into the canals. Kasi some schools do a very bad practice of pouring oil, used oil, into the canal to prevent the formation of the larva. But of course, you know where that oil goes, di ba? So we want that corrected. So instead of oil, brew the leaves and bark of neem tree, and in the process, remove any instance of larva formation. The other way is to fumigate using leaves and bark also. So you burn or you smoke, and note that the smoke is not as bad smelling as other leaves. Diba? Sometimes you like the smell of burning leaves, but then when it gets to your clothes, it's not nice anymore. But the neem tree smoke is a lot better. So I suggest the neem tree.
Believes that it is her role now, and she's encouraging everyone that if she can restore the nature that she enjoyed, maybe it will be good for everyone, because she wants to have her children and her grandchildren experience the experience, her experience rather than the thing that she had when she was a young girl. So parang it's passing on the experience to her children and grandchildren. I think that's very beautiful, Architect Espina.